Hi everybody, welcome to my channel today. So this is my final installment of my best and worst of 2018, and unfortunately this is the worst of 2018. I first just want to touch base with you guys. I did post a video last night of my 2018 makeup favorites, and when I posted it, I got a lot of feedback, people saying that it cut off partway through. So I quickly had a look and noticed that YouTube had only uploaded, or I only uploaded 3/4 of the video. So I'm not quite sure what happened with that. So I took it down and I reloaded the video, and then I went to bed, and when I woke up in the morning, YouTube sent me a scathing message saying that I was against community guidelines. So I have no idea what I did, but they took down my video and I got a strike. And if you're not familiar, what that means is if you get 3 strikes, YouTube will disable your channel entirely. So it's a little bit of a shock when you wake up in the morning. So anyway, I put in an appeal, and then less than an hour later it was posted again. So I'm not quite sure what happened with all of that. So I apologize. You probably got a few messages saying I had uploaded a video and then it had vanished. So I apologize, but it looks like it's back up and running again. So I just wanted to let you guys know what happened with all of that. And I still don't know. But anyway, it is up and the strike was taken away from me. I have no idea what I did. So I am going to get on to the disappointing products of 2018. Now my criteria for this is the same as favorites. I had to have bought it within December 2017 until November 2018. So over that period of time, and some of these products aren't bad products, they're just disappointing, and usually it would be disappointing if it was very expensive and I didn't think it was worth the money. So a couple of them are those, and some of them were just downright bad. So some of them I don't own anymore, so I have a little list that I have kept, and I'm going to start with those because I always seem to forget items if they aren't sitting in front of me. So I'm going to go by my list, and I'll just have to insert a photo of what the items are because I no longer own them. So the first one is the Clarisonic Smart Profile. I told you guys I bought it back, I think, in July. I had been eyeballing it for a year. I absolutely love Clarisonic, the brush, to cleanse my skin, but this was a massaging tool. And I got it in July. I got it on sale. It was on the sale page, and so I got a really good deal, and I bought my mom one at the exact same time because my mom had been saying she really wanted one, but they were super expensive, and so it was on sale, so I got it for her as a Christmas present and just tucked it away. So I immediately started using mine, and I just didn't notice any results. And I know I'm not expecting a facelift or something, but there was just nothing. And it was kind of an extra 5 minutes adding to my nightly skincare routine. And I ended up just putting it on the wayside because it just, honestly, I just didn't notice any difference. And it was just an extra 5 minutes every night. So I kind of stopped using it. And then I thought to myself, I know this sounds terrible, but I had said, because my mom knew she was getting that Clarisonic, so I wanted to confirm with her because it was so expensive. And she said she definitely wanted it. So I said to her, you know what, Mom, why don't I just give you mine because I don't want it. And then I'll take yours back because it's brand new in the box and she hasn't opened it or anything. And I returned that one to Sephora and gave her mine because I'm not using it anymore. And then I got her something else for Christmas. So I just didn't see anything great about it, and you have to wonder when it only was available for about a year, and then it was on the clearance page on Sephora, and then I saw that they had revamped it, and that is now on the Sephora clearance page. So there has to be something about that. I don't know, but anyway, I just didn't really enjoy it. I didn't think it was that great. My mom is enjoying it, but I didn't really like it, so I got rid of it. The next one is also a fail. This was a fail I actually returned. It is by the company Nude by Nature. It is an Australian cruelty-free, I'm pretty sure they're vegan. I just really like their principles, and it was available at the drugstore, but it wasn't cheap. I bought a $50 eyeshadow palette, and there was just zero color. You would touch it and it was just, I put it on my hand. There was nothing, not even on my fingers, nothing on the brush. It was just awful, and it was $50. So I ended up returning that. I find a lot of times companies that are cruelty-free and all, you know, tick all the boxes that way sometimes underperform in the makeup part of it. That's why I really, really enjoy Elate, because they tick all the boxes as far as being a good company, and their products are amazing as well. So anyway, Nude by Nature unfortunately was a big fail for me, and I haven't tried any more of their products because they are a little bit more expensive at the drugstore, and they just really didn't perform for me. The next one I also told you guys was a fail, and it seems to be everybody's favorite, is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Concealer. It just did not work for me. It was cakey. I could see all fine lines. It just sank into my wrinkles, and it also brought up all this dry, dead skin that I didn't realize I had under my eyes. It just looked awful. So I did end up returning that, and I seem to be the only, well, I have actually, when I've mentioned I didn't like it, I did get quite a few comments below saying they didn't like it, but it seems to be a YouTuber's holy grail, but not mine. The next one also is a lot of YouTubers' favorites, and that is Hourglass. The Hourglass powders. They just don't work for me. So I own two of the powders. This one of them is the light, diffuse light that you're supposed to use as an under eye brightener. Didn't work for me. And then I also have an all over radiant light. Doesn't work for me. I have bought two of the full face palettes, the one that came out this Christmas and the one for the previous Christmas, and neither of those worked for me either. Their powders just don't work for me, but they seem to work for so many other people. So I am definitely in the minority on this, and I find they're very, very expensive and they just don't work. So I think I'm gonna stop buying Hourglass powders because something about me and my skin, maybe because I'm oily, I don't know, just don't work. The next one was a really sad one for me too, because I love Becca, and it was the Becca Chrissy Teigen. It was an individual palette, but it had 3 shades, and it was a little strange. It was hard to get at each color because they were face products. They weren't, if you swirled them all together, it was a weird color. I see it's on the clearance page, so I think a lot of people had the same feelings about it, and it was pretty pricey, so I didn't really enjoy that, and I did end up sending that one back. The next one also was a huge disappointment. I have a hard time finding a body bronzing product that doesn't transfer. So I ordered the Sol de Janeiro oils. I ordered them before they even arrived in the store, so I had never tried a sample or test or anything. And while they were being shipped to me, I ended up going in the store and trying them, and they were just awful. They were greasy, sparkly. I had sparkles all over my clothes. Just not good. The smell was amazing, but it wasn't super, super long lasting. I found their Bum Bum Cream and their body spray to have a much more lasting scent, and then no transfer or issues on my clothes. So I did return those, and that was really disappointing to me because I do, in general, enjoy their products, but those ones in particular, not so much. So now onto the tangible items that I still own, but not crazy about, and that is first and foremost this Marc Jacobs Tantastic. Part of it is I'm bitter because I ordered this in the middle of the night because everybody was just going bananas for it, or should I say coconuts, and it's just not that great. It's not a great color on me. I guess maybe it's just too cool tone. It doesn't really show up on my skin. The smell was strange. It's now settled down, but when I first got it, it was weird. It wasn't a nice coconut like the butter bronzer, for example. It was nothing like that. It was super expensive, although I did get it, I think, at VIB sale. I can't really remember, but I do know I got up in the middle of the night to order this damn thing, and it really disappointed me. I'm actually trying to declutter it at the moment. I belong to a beauty group where we buy and sell makeup, and it is currently advertised on there because I just don't like it. I just didn't enjoy it, and I didn't think it was worth the heavy price point or getting up in the middle of the night to order. The next one is a eyelash serum. So I always use eyelash serums if you're new to my channel. And I have noticed that if I finish an entire tube or bottle or whatever it is, then I buy the same one again, and when I go to the same one but the second bottle, they don't work for me anymore. I think my eyelashes just get used to it. I don't know. So I'm always rotating. So I've kind of discovered that about myself. So I have used Latisse. I've had great success. I've used one called Lily Lash that you order from the States. I've had great success with that. And I recently used Grande Lash. I got it from Sephora. Now it's not listed on, they still carry Grande Lash products, but not the serum. Maybe they're just sold out, I'm not sure, but I've noticed for the past few months it hasn't been on there, but you can get it on Amazon. So that is the one I recently finished. So I was scrambling to find another one. And Mel Thompson, who has the most gorgeous, these long fluttery eyelashes, always says that she uses Neulash, and she gets it from Nordstrom's. And I saw this on Amazon, so I nabbed it. And this time I got the double amount. Usually when I order these, I buy the 3-month because I find they do end up lasting for 6 months anyways. But this time I bought the 6-month, and now this one's almost dried up. And I don't find it's working for me. I have been using it since the 15th of October, and I was actually going to do a full review showing before and after. I should actually do a review because it's so bad. My eyelashes are actually shorter than when I first started. When I first started, I had just finished Grande Lash, so my lashes were at their peak of perfection. So now I'm 10 weeks into this, and my eyelashes are as short as before I started using serum. So I'm not very happy, and they're very thin. And I usually can tell that one of these serums are working because if I'm always continually using them, my eyelashes should always be full if I keep up. But I get these funny little black hairs in the corner of my eye, and that's usually a telltale sign to me that my eyelash serums are working, that if I get these little fuzzies, and I don't have those. So that's proof to me that this is not working. So one thing I kind of thought about today is, I wonder if this is the same formula as Grande Lash, and maybe that's what's happening is I've used the full bottle of Grande and now using this, and because it's the same, my body isn't reacting to it anymore like it should be. So that's the only thing I can think of. So now I'm back to the drawing board. Maybe I'll start back again to the beginning and start using Latisse again. I don't know. I need to find a eyelash serum. I have used Rapid Lash before as well, and that didn't work for me. And I once used one called Eye Envy, and I was allergic. So if you guys know of any others that I haven't mentioned, please let me know in the comments, because I am in search of a eyelash serum. The next one, you guys are going to be mad and shocked, but it's Pat McGrath eyeshadows. So in February, March, I bought this one. It is the Bronze Temptation, I think. These names, oh my goodness. Sublime Bronze Ambition. And I just couldn't really make it work. I find they're so shimmery that it shows a lot of texture on me. I think the colors maybe just don't work for me. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I did get it. I didn't really enjoy it. I probably should have returned it when I bought it because I didn't really like it. But everyone was raving about it, so I just kind of got sucked into the hype and just thought, well, maybe with more practice I might start enjoying it. But to be honest, I never really have thoroughly enjoyed this palette. I use it because I should, and everybody raves about it. I don't know if it's that you have to be really skilled at makeup. I just have no idea, but I have so many other palettes that are at a much lower price point that I have no issues with using, like the Anastasia palettes, like the Sultry. I just goes on so easily, and I can create looks so easily, and this I just struggle with. And then I stupidly buy another one. One of the big motherships. Now this one I did buy from that beauty group that I was mentioning, so I did get it at a much cheaper rate because it was a used palette. But same thing. Now I will admit this color scheme isn't really my scene. These aren't really colors that I gravitate towards, but I really wanted to try one of these big mothership palettes, and it was a great price point, so I thought I would give it a try. And to be honest, same thing. I'm just not crazy about it. And last but not least, as you guys know, I bought the holiday one in the red packaging. I did a get ready with me, and I did tell you guys in the get ready with me, it was at a strike 3 year out point, and I did think, oh, the look did turn out okay. But the green, I had so much fallout. And I even mentioned in that video, I went to Sephora and asked one of the ladies in the store, and this is one of the girls that's been there for a long time, and she knows her stuff about makeup, and I asked her to apply it on me, and I had fallout. I even had a green mustache when I got home, because even her as a makeup artist struggled with that palette. And when you swatch the colors, they were a little bit chalky and not that great, so I just didn't enjoy it, and so I did end up returning it. So I think that's it for me with the Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes. I do get sucked in because so many YouTubers talk about them and everyone seems to rave about them, and I know they work well for a lot of people, but they just don't work well for me. So I think my journey with Pat McGrath eyeshadows is finished. Her lipsticks and other products are absolutely amazing and I love them, but eyeshadows are a bit of a miss for me. And last but not least, this is a really sore one for me, and I feel really, really bad about saying this, but it's my Dyson. I got this for my birthday. My husband bought this for me as a birthday gift. I knew about it. We decided to get it for me because it was the Sephora VIB sale. So I got 20% off, and at the same time they also had it as a holiday kit where I got a set of 4, I'm pretty sure they were full-size items of Way products. I believe it was $100 value. So this was a $500 dryer. I got $100 off plus $100 worth of Way products, and I still don't think it was worth it. It's a great dryer. If you're looking to buy a dryer and you're out of a dryer, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just definitely not worth the price. And like I said, I paid, I guess technically $300 if I count in that I got $100 of Way products, but it's just way too expensive, and I don't see it being any better than my other dryer. I had the Dry Bar Buttercup, and it was a fabulous dryer, but I just got sucked in with this Dyson, and my husband really wanted to buy me a gadgety kind of gift. He loves buying me gadgets, so it just worked out perfectly, and it was VIB. So I'm thrilled that I own it. It's not a bad dryer. It is very, very nice, and I'm very grateful to have it. But I wouldn't recommend rushing out and buying one. Even, like I said, on sale, I still don't think it was worth what I paid for it. So it was a bit of a disappointment as well, but I just feel that's how I feel about it, and I just have to be honest with you guys. So I know a lot of these are gonna not gonna be the same as a lot of your feedback on these same products, because a lot of these I know are fan favorites, but they're just not mine. I just find they're a little bit disappointing for the money, and some of them were downright terrible. But anyway, that is my 2018 disappointing products. So I have done favorites of makeup. I've also done a skincare, body care favorites, and then this was the conclusion of that. So I will link them all below if you're interested in watching those as well. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!